Good afternoon. It is an honor to welcome you to the 20th Annual UAB National Alumni Society Leadership Recognition and Awards. My name is Hafiz Chandwala. I'm the current president of the National Alumni Society Board of Directors. Today's virtual format is not the way we would originally have hoped to celebrate these five remarkable recipients of this year's Alumni Awards. However, we are not able to be together during this historic time. As we recognize our alumni recipients virtually, do not be surprised if things seem out of place from time to time, or if any technical issues come up. If your video freezes, please use the red panic button at the top of your screen. Clicking that will get your video back quickly, so you will not miss anything. The program for today's event is a digital download located right beneath the chat box. So this will remain available throughout the event. This afternoon, we are celebrating five remarkable members of the UAB community. Each has committed to our university, and that shows their passion to be a Blazer. To our current and incoming NAS board members, Young Alumni Council, administrators, the past Alumni Award recipients, and all of those here today, thank you for taking the time to be part of today's awards. I would like to acknowledge Mr. Tom Brannon, our Vice President of Advancement. The board appreciates the support and leadership you have provided over the past year, and thank you for taking a vested interest in the society and our future. Thank you, Tom. Next, Dr. Jennifer Breland and the Office of Alumni Affairs staff. Thank you all for your hard work and your dedication to making NAS move day in and day out. I cannot emphasize enough how much help Dr. Jennifer Breland and the full staff of the Alumni Society have been to me this past year. Not only has this year been a busy one for the NAS, but it has truly been eventful. Despite having to adapt in the midst of a global pandemic, we have been able to do many great things. Our mission as a society is to provide students with scholarships. This financial support helps ease the burden in order to allow them to focus on their studies. Last year, we are proud to have partnered with our schools and colleges in raising over $2.6 million from alumni to provide student scholarships. On top of that, we have enjoyed success through 3 annual fundraisers. Alumni and supporters allowed Uncork Education, our Valentine's fundraiser, and the first ever virtual scholarship run to successfully raise $120,000 towards funding scholarships. It is important to note that prior to the pandemic, the Society hosted many in-person events. These included our scholarship reception, our legacy pinning ceremony, freshman send-offs, and numerous regional events. In March, we were forced to rethink our approach, and the NAS was committed to finding meaningful ways for alumni to connect with our university. Unable to welcome alumni in person, we adjusted and hosted events and awards recognitions like this one online, including the Excellence in Business Top 25 Awards, webinars that included educational and personal interest topics, and even our NAS board annual meeting. The change has been a dramatic departure from our traditional programming. However, it has also allowed each of us to reach alumni around the world. Distances that were once a barrier to us have been removed due to our virtual formats. Not only are these platforms important for us now, but they will remain as we utilize them as part of our future engagement efforts. Finally, the number of our alumni continues to grow quickly, and because of that, it is important for our society to be a voice for all alumni. That is also inclusive and allows for opportunities to support their alma mater in ways most meaningful to them. The NAS belongs to all of us, and when alumni earn their degree, they earn a voice in UAB's future. So our new membership model, which takes effect on October 1st, reflects our alma mater's ideas of inclusivity, diversity, and accessibility. In mid-July, the NAS announced the strategic decision to change our membership model from a non-dues-based membership model. And it is with great excitement that I say in just a few days, membership dues to join the National Alumni Society will be a thing of the past. By eliminating dues, the NAS can be more inclusive for all of our alumni. From here on in, every graduate of UAB past, present, and future is automatically enrolled as a member of the UAB National Alumni Society. Dues and signups are out, and you are in. This afternoon, I wanted to take a brief moment to share a video highlighting this important change.
I'm in.
I'm in.
No doubt I'm in.
You don't even have to ask me that. You know I'm in.
I'm in.
We're all in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Oh, you know I'm in.
Your degree from UAB can take you anywhere. And now, it gives you full access to a Blazer network 150,000 strong. No matter your degree or when you went to school, you're a full active member of the UAB National Alumni Society the moment you graduate. Sign-ups and membership fees are out. From here on, in.
What an inspiring video. You can learn more about the membership change by visiting go.uab.edu/in, as you can see on the screen. Find out more about what went into the change, read through our frequently asked questions, and let us know if you are in. Before we recognize today's award recipients, I would like to ask Dr. Watts, UAB President and previous Alumni Award winner, to share a few remarks.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone. It's a great honor and privilege to have you join with us today virtually to celebrate outstanding alumni accomplishments. Our thanks to National Alumni Society President Hafiz Shandawala and Executive Director of our National Alumni Society, Jennifer Brilliant, and her team for helping organize this important event. As UAB President and proud alumnus, it's a pleasure to join the National Alumni Society in recognizing today's honorees for their outstanding leadership and accomplishments that impact our entire community and state. We are proud and grateful for the example that you set as UAB ambassadors. You help us to attract the best and brightest students and help us to have outstanding programs that are among the very best in the nation. Some institutional accomplishments across all pillars of our mission this year. We just learned that we had record enrollment for this fall semester, even in the midst of COVID, 22,563 students. And that's the first time we've broken 22,500, and it's almost 500 above last year. Our research funding this year is going to break another record. Last year, we had $602 million of extramural research funding. And this year, we're up at least 30 million, maybe more, over last year. That closes out at the end of September, the fiscal year. And we're going to see more patients than ever. 2 million patient visits between UAB and Children's of Alabama. And of course, we have one of the greatest academic medical centers in the world. Our athletics programs are more competitive than ever. We are proud of the long winning streak of 19 games at home. We haven't lost a game in 3 years, and we hope not to lose any home games this year. And we hope you'll join us on October 3rd for our homecoming against UT San Antonio. Our alumni and community supporters are passionate about UAB and passionate about our people accomplishing the very important mission that we take on every day. Through this COVID crisis, the heroism of our clinical teams have been unsurpassed. And we've taken care of almost 1,300 patients, and we continue to be very active in this COVID pandemic. Our researchers are working on new treatments for COVID, working on vaccines, and we won't let up until we beat this thing. But it's with us for right now. We've got to manage it the best we can through safety measures. So thank you again for joining us. Congratulations for these well-deserved awards, and go Blazers.
Thank you, Dr. Watts. Love that, go Blazers. What an inspirational amount of activity going on at UAB. It's always nice to hear all of the different aspects of our lives that UAB is touching. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Jennifer Breland, Assistant Vice President of Alumni and the Executive Director of the National Alumni Society, to recognize this year's award recipients. Our first award is to the Outstanding Young Alumni. This honor is presented to an alumni under 40. Honorees represent professional success and their commitment to their community. Dr. Breland?
The recipient of the 2020 Outstanding Young Alumni Award is Dr. Eric Wallace. Dr. Wallace is UAB's Director of Telehealth and an Associate Professor of Medicine. He earned his Bachelor of Arts in Spanish from the College of Arts and Sciences and Honors College in 2001, and MD from the School of Medicine in 2006. After completing his residency in the UAB School of Medicine, he served as Chief Medical Resident. Throughout his young career, Dr. Wallace has been recognized with many awards for his achievements, including the C. Glenn Cobbs Edwin A. Rutsky Award for Clinical Excellence, the Outstanding Teacher Award in the Division of Nephrology, and the Distinguished Service Award for the UAB Medical Alumni Association. Dr. Wallace's work focuses on eliminating geographic and socioeconomic barriers that prevent patients from accessing specialized care. He uses the platform of telemedicine established for his research as a faculty member and is passionate about creating a network and establishing processes for UAB physicians to provide expertise across Alabama. He was also the co-principal investigator on re-engineering equal access to comprehensive healthcare project. The project was a UAB Grand Challenge finalist, and this project was a framework for delivering rural health to Alabamians. It is my honor to recognize Dr. Eric Wallace as the 2020 Outstanding Young Alumni Award recipient. This award goes to Dr. Wallace in recognition of his outstanding achievement in his profession, service to the community, and commitment to UAB.
First, I'd like to truly thank the UAB National Alumni Association for this amazing award. I'm humbled to even be considered for this award, much less to receive the honor. As you'll soon hear about, UAB has really been my life. This is my past, my present, and my future. It's how special I think UAB is. I'm from Anniston, Alabama, and actually was really excited to get into the early medical school acceptance program, which was a huge part of my life. Getting to know everybody, not only in the early medical school acceptance program, but also in the honors program at UAB. Just two tremendous programs that really shaped me. My mother's actually from Chile, so I grew up speaking Spanish, but it was actually because of the honors program that I decided that being a Spanish major was probably in my best interest as a physician. I already knew I wanted to be a physician, and I knew that because of the early medical school acceptance program, I didn't have to major in a science. So I majored in Spanish so I could actually communicate with patients. At the time, I wanted to do tropical disease internationally and help underserved communities. After, in that vein, it was the honors program that with Rusty Brantley and his wife Leah that assisted me in applying for a Rotary Scholarship, where I lived in Mexico for a year and actually studied philosophy. It turns out that was the same year that the Twin Towers went down, which was an interesting time, but also helped shape really culturally and idealistically who I am. Also helped even better my language skills so I could communicate with patients not just internationally, but right here in Alabama. After the Rotary Scholarship in Mexico, where I was lucky enough to translate for a lot of services that were being given to underserved folks in Mexico, I came back to medical school and importantly met my wife on day one of medical school, and was lucky enough to not only meet someone who became my best friend, but also my wife, Eleanor Wallace, who is now the chief of the hospitalists at the Veterans Administration at UAB. So after residency and medical school, and my chief year, I did all of that here, so literally everything right here at UAB. I went to Vanderbilt for two years to finish my nephrology training, and it was a very simple decision when I was looking for work to come back to the University of Alabama at Birmingham to do nephrology here at UAB. It turns out when I came, it was just kind of circumstance that led me to really take over rare genetic kidney disease and the home dialysis programs here at UAB. And because of the rarity of both of those things, all my patients were driving hours to see me. So within about 3 to 4 months of being back at UAB, I said, hey, well, I think I could do this better over telemedicine. Kept looking for that person who did telemedicine at UAB and couldn't find them. So I became that person. Would have never thought that all the work that we had done with telemedicine would explode like it did and really be as necessary it was during the COVID time. So during COVID, the telehealth program that we had created here expanded to be almost 40% of the ambulatory volume at UAB. Furthermore, we were delivering, or we are and continue to deliver inpatient services that have allowed for us to take care of critically ill patients in rural hospitals that never had those subspecialties. But none of that could have happened without being at UAB. This is home, and this is where we plan to stay, and it's really because of UAB that we were able to accomplish what we did, and it's all because of the training and really formative experiences that I've had here. So I thank you for everything, this honor, the training, all the experience I've had here, and look forward to a lot more.
Thank you, Dr. Wallace, and thank you for your service and commitment to UAB. Our next award is the Honorary Alumni Award. Through this recognition, we honor members of the UAB family who have made exceptional contributions to the university and its programs. Jennifer?
It is with tremendous privilege that we recognize Dr. Doreen Harper. Dr. Harper has been Dean of the UAB School of Nursing since joining the UAB family in 2005. Since her first day at UAB, her goal has been to expand the School of Nursing's focus to build on a vision to sustain nursing leadership worldwide, while increasing resources and revenues to propel the school forward on a national stage. Since arriving, student enrollment in the School of Nursing has quadrupled, while full-time faculty has more than doubled. During her tenure, the school has added new educational opportunities, including the Accelerated Masters in Nursing pathway, the Doctor of Nursing Practice program, and expansion of nursing practitioner specialties. Today, the UAB School of Nursing consistently finds itself ranked in the top 10 among public schools of nursing for graduate programs. Her school now ranks 15th overall in NIH funding, with more than $5 million annually in NIH research dollars and nearly $13 million annually from all grant sources. Dr. Harper is a fellow of the American Academy of Nursing, a recipient of the 2002 Achievement and Research Award, and a member of the Alabama Nursing Hall of Fame. Dr. Harper, it is with great pleasure that we award the 2020 Honorary Alumni Award to you on behalf of the National Alumni Society in recognition of your many contributions and services to UAB.
Greetings. I am Dr. Doreen Harper, Dean and Fay B. Ireland Endowed Chair in Nursing at the UAB School of Nursing. It is an honor to be here with you today, even if we cannot be together in person. I am truly privileged to be the 2020 recipient of the UAB National Alumni Society's Honorary Alumni Award. This award is a testament to the tireless work the UAB National Alumni Society does and their efforts to engage the UAB community as a whole. The UAB NAS has always played an important role at UAB, and I appreciate all they do to keep our UAB alumni and friends connected. They continue to do great work, and we are fortunate to have such a strong partnership with them. Receiving this award is so special. Since coming to UAB School of Nursing in 2005, I have seen UAB's reputation only grow stronger and stronger. I am so proud to be part of this amazing institution and community as we continue to prepare future leaders across all disciplines. And now I can finally join the ranks of these other members of my family who hold UAB degrees. My husband, Bill, who has a doctorate in educational leadership, my daughter, Tori Harper Hogan, who has a doctorate in health administration, and my son-in-law, Paul Hogan, who has a master's of health services administration. Like them, I will treasure my sense of belonging here at UAB. I would like to thank my nominator, Dr. Scotty McCallum, former UAB president and a UAB School of Nursing Board of Visitor member. You all know Scotty and how great he is. Scotty was integral to my staying here at UAB for 15 years, and he has remained a close mentor over the years. He would always say to me, UAB School of Nursing deans have provided strong, steady leadership, and they stay here for a long time. Little did I know then what I would know now. I learned quickly that to know Scotty was to love him, and I certainly recognize Scotty's love and passion for UAB. To have Scotty nominate me for this honor means almost as much as the award. For Scotty knows the value of organizational loyalty firsthand. So to have his support for this nomination means the world to me. Scotty, thank you for your support over the years. Your leadership and friendship have been invaluable. Thank you again to the NAS, Jennifer Breland, and others who have supported this decision for this special recognition. I am grateful for this award and what it stands for, and to be among these deserving award recipients. I am absolutely honored and humble to be ever faithful, ever loyal to dear old UAB.
Thank you, Dr. Harper, and thank you for your contributions and services to UAB. Our next award is the Distinguished Alumni Award. This recognizes outstanding professional and community accomplishments, as well as a continual interest in UAB and the National Alumni Society. Jennifer, you're on mute, I think.
Thank you. Sorry. The recipient of the 2020 Distinguished Alumni Award is Dr. Benjamin Cumbus. Dr. Cumbus graduated with a Bachelor of Science from the College of Arts and Sciences and earned his Doctor of Medicine and Dentistry in 1972 from the School of Dentistry. As a pediatric dentist, Dr. Cumbus has treated thousands of patients and donated thousands of hours and dollars of free dental care to deserving and needy children around the world. He has made numerous contributions on the local, state, and national levels for oral health care and humanitarian causes. He has served on the Alabama Board of Public Health, the Alabama Dental Association, and numerous civic organizations in Montgomery. Throughout the years, Dr. Cumbus held numerous leadership positions in dentistry, including president of the Alabama Dental Association, the UAB Dental Alumni Association, and the American Dental Association House of Delegates. Dr. Cumbus has served on the UAB School of Dentistry Alumni Association Executive Council and is currently the immediate past president. He recently served as chair of the campaign for UAB Dentistry, where he helped the school reach its $20 million goal and then challenged the school to reach $25 million. Dr. Cumbus and his wife established the Benjamin and Virginia Cumbus Endowed Scholarship in the School of Dentistry. On behalf of the UAB National Alumni Society, this award is presented to Dr. Cumbus in recognition of his commitment and dedication to UAB. Next year, the National Alumni Society will award a $4,000 student scholarship in his honor to a student studying in the UAB School of Dentistry.
Well, good afternoon. What a strange situation we're in. I think I know now how those professional and hopefully soon the college athletes feel when they're out there on the football field performing in front of no one. However, there is a difference in him performing and me performing. They have a live audience normally of about 100,000 people and a TV audience in the millions. My live audience is usually my wife, and if not that, maybe a patient who had listened to me, and possibly 4 or 5 staff members who would listen out of the 10. But anyway, we do have a Zoom today, and we do have an audience, and I will be speaking to the audience that I can't see and I can't feel and I can't touch, but hopefully I can relate to in some way. Let me just say it is an unbelievably wonderful pleasure to have been honored, and I am amazed that I was selected to receive this award. The UAB Alumni Leadership Recognition Award is a very important thing, and I am so thrilled to know that I was able to participate in this and qualified and selected to receive it. So it is a huge, huge honor. Secondly, I will say I do not deserve the honor. If anyone deserves this honor, it is the staff, it is my fellow dentist, it is my professors, it is the education I received at UAB, it is not me. I would guess that one of the reasons I received the award is because I was head of the campaign that was able to surpass our goal, and we raised over $25 million for UAB Campaign for Excellence. And it was not a burden, it was a joy to work with that campaign, to work with the leaders in that campaign, and to be so successful. I will say one of the main influences there were the 3 deans that I worked under during that time. It was a 5-year deal, and Dr. Mike Reddy was the first dean. And after Dr. Reddy left, Dr. Michelle Robinson took over, who was an interim dean for a little over a year. And then we were blessed to get Dr. Russ Toshman, who came in, and he is our present dean. We brought him in about 6 months ago, right before the pandemic, and I tell you, Dr. Toshman, you have had a rough go since you got here, but we appreciate all you've done, and we know you're doing all you can to make this dental school as good as it ever was. So we appreciate your efforts. The other thing that's been a constant through all of those deans is the fact that our Director of Development, Scott Huffman, has been there for us. Without Scott Huffman, none of this would have happened. None of it would have happened. Scott is so good. He is so dedicated. He is so aware of what is going on in the dental world. He's aware of our alumni. He knows what they can do and when they can do it, and he has been so wonderful to encourage them to give and to help reach the goal of this campaign. Of course, he does have an assistant, Elizabeth Carlson, who started the last year or two, and she's been wonderful to work with as well. And none of them could do anything without Abby Vincent and Charlene Phillips. I mean, those staff are just terrific. And without this staff and without those people at the school, this would have never happened. Like I said, I was practicing dentistry the whole time. I'd make a speech every now and then, but that was it. And that was the only relationship I had to collect in the money. I was just kind of the figurehead, and everything else happened. Also, I'd like to thank all of our alumni. We have over 1,500 dues-paying alumni and all of them were a crucial part of this. I think well over half of them gave to this campaign, and they gave in large numbers and they gave large amounts. So thank you to all the alumni. We really appreciate that. Greg asked me to say something about my education at UAB and what it has meant to me, and I will say that I received the best dental education that was available in the world at that time. I still feel that way. When I went in the military, I felt that way. I was much more prepared to do dentistry than most of the people I saw there. It was just a blessing to have been here and to participate in this educational process. Dr. Charles McCallum was the dean at the time I was here, and he's the smartest man I've ever met and probably ever will meet, and he was such an inspiration to all of us in dental school. We had a great class, we had a great time, we learned a lot, we even had a lot of fun, but we also got a dental education, so it was a wonderful time for me. I think when you receive an education like that, it enables you to do things you wouldn't normally do. I've been able to maintain a private practice for almost 50 years now in the city of Montgomery. I'm semi-retired now due to the COVID virus, but I don't know, I may go back and I may not. But it is such a pleasure to have to have been in private practice and to have an opportunity like that to administer to children in my practice, and it's just been a blessing to do that. I will tell you that I've been able to travel, I've been able to see the world, I've been able to do things that I never thought I would do. And the reason I can do that is because of the quality of education I got at UAB. I will tell you that when you receive a great blessing like that, then I think that you should certainly be willing to return that blessing. And I guess my parents instilled in me the idea that you should give back as much as you're able, when you're able, and show your appreciation for things, and I've tried to do that. And so I feel like it is not my duty to give back, but it is my pleasure to give back to UAB for all the wonderful things they've provided for me. So in closing, let me say once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very moved, I'm very emotional, and I really do appreciate this honor, and I just hope that I can justify having received it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Cumbus. Very well deserved, and thank you for being our 2020 Distinguished Alumni Awardee. Next, we have the Honorary Member Award. This is given to individuals whose contributions to UAB have benefited the entire university community. This is the National Alumni Society's highest honor. Jennifer?
The recipients of the 2020 Honorary Member Award are Kate and Claude Nielsen. Throughout their years in Birmingham, Kate and Claude have been active members in the community. For nearly 2 decades, Kate served on the Community Foundation of Greater Birmingham, leading it for 13 years. During that time, the foundation's assets grew from $38 million to more than $169 million. Each year, the foundation granted about $15 million to area nonprofits. In 2019, she was inducted into the Birmingham Business Hall of Fame. She is also a past president of the Rotary Club of Birmingham. Claude joined Coca-Cola Bottling Company United in 1979 and was appointed CEO in 1991. Under his direction, the company became the second largest privately held Coca-Cola bottler in North America and one of the largest privately held companies in the state. He has shared his energy and enthusiasm with civic and charitable organizations, including the United Way of Central Alabama, the Birmingham Airport Authority, and the American Cancer Society. Kate and Claude exhibit their passion for Birmingham and UAB through their engagement and philanthropy. Both of them served on the campaign for UAB Executive Committee. Kate has been steadfast in saying that UAB is the heart of Birmingham and that she and Claude are excited about the opportunity to invest in UAB. It is my honor to present this award, the Honorary Life Member Award to Kate and Claude, in grateful recognition of your exemplary leadership, generosity, and service to UAB and the UAB community.
Well, greetings to all of you from the safety and security of our den at our home in Birmingham during this COVID-19 pandemic. We obviously wish we could all be with you and all be together, but that is not possible. So, in a virtual way, we want to say to all of you how much we appreciate the honor that you've bestowed upon us and the honorary lifetime membership in the Alumni Association. Really quite a surprise, to be perfectly honest. We certainly didn't expect this, but it's a nice surprise. And we actually have just celebrated our 42nd wedding anniversary. And so this is a little bit of a celebration moment that we tie into that. And I mentioned that really because Kate and I have made our home in Birmingham for all of those 42 years. And as a consequence of that, we've seen UAB transform itself to a world-class urban university that it's just been a dramatic transformation. And along the way, that transformation has really actually captured our imagination, and we see this institution as just so profoundly important to our community that we love and that we are part of. So thank you so much for this wonderful surprise, really.
Absolutely. It's such an honor and a privilege to invest in UAB because Claude and I are both really obsessed with Birmingham and how Birmingham can just continue to thrive. And the driver of that is UAB. And I love to tell this story. There was a phase in our country's life where every city that seemed to be coming back to life had a river. And so everybody in Birmingham was saying, oh, if only we had a river, our city would be dynamic. And lo and behold, another sort of urban redevelopment expert said to me while he was visiting Birmingham from Chattanooga, of all places, said, no, you do not understand. Urban universities are the river. We all need urban universities. And if UAB has not proven that for Birmingham, here it is in the heart of our city. And it is not only providing world-class education, world-class research, and incredible jobs, not only in our city, but throughout the state. And so it is, again, truly an honor to have a UAB to invest in. So thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, and when you think about back to the 42 years that we've watched, and of course the history of UAB is longer than that, but we can all see the skyline change. We can all see the streetscape change and the improvements and everything. But and we all know the statistics on employment and driving the economy and growth in the economy, and it's all such an essential part of what the future of our city will be. But if you just imagine the intellectual capacity growth in our community, if you think about the training, the instructional work that goes on at the university, if you think about the research and development, if you think about the entrepreneurial energy that comes from that great institution, the positive impact on lives, the positive impact on civil society, and how we can continue to make great progress, great strides in this community that we love, but also the state and the nation. I mean, Kate and I were talking about it earlier. She was saying she fully expects UAB to solve the COVID-19 problem
Absolutely.
with a
Yes.
vaccine. So I mean, you know, we're believers, but it's those intangibles that UAB is brought to our community and continues to bring. And probably the most important aspect of that is that it paints such a bright future. I think, Kate thinks, we think, for our community, and that's sort of really the anchor.
And you know, it's honestly, it's hard to keep up with everything going on at UAB. So I'm sure I'm going to leave something out. But when you think about the future of UAB, the momentum is just phenomenal. And truly, we fully expect UAB to be involved in this resolution of this terrible pandemic. There's no question in our minds. But when you think about the most recent big investments made at UAB, the business school, phenomenal, nurturing entrepreneurship, new businesses, great direction for UAB, but also the School of Nursing. I mean, if we haven't learned anything through this COVID, we've learned the value of nursing. And here we have this fabulous new School of Nursing. And so UAB is really heading in such an exciting direction. And we're just glad to be a part of it as now alumni. But I wanted to say one other thing. You know, UAB is a new university. And I marvel at the alumni, because I consider them, not just the alumni, but the faculty, administration, everybody, all pioneers, because they stepped into this new adventure called UAB and just jumped in with both feet, and look what they've done. And I just applaud that, because it has meant so much, not only to this city, but the entire state. And so if there's any celebrating to be done, it's to them.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. We are privileged to be part of the family of UAB alumni.
Yeah.
That's
and go Blazers.
Go Blazers.
Go Blazers.
A little bit of a stretch maybe, but we accept and we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kate and Claude, for leading by example, your generosity and service to the UAB community. And cheers to two of my favorite people in Birmingham. Our final award presentation today is a Volunteer of the Year. This honor recognizes alumni who make a significant impact by volunteering their time and effort to UAB.
It is with great honor that we recognize Ms. Tammy Thomas. Tammy holds 2 degrees and a certificate from UAB. In 1984, she received her Bachelor of Science in Mathematics from the College of Arts and Sciences. Then in 2016, she got a social media certificate, and in 2018, a Master's of Science in Management Information Systems, both from the Collette School of Business. After a lengthy career at Intergraph Corporation in Huntsville, Tammy retired as vice president. Throughout the years, Tammy has been an active supporter of all things UAB and is one of the most passionate Blazers. In 2015, she joined the UAB Board of Directors. Her service to the organization goes well beyond what is expected. On top of her duties as an executive committee member, Tammy seeks out volunteer committee assignments. She has served on the scholarship committee, the student alumni representative selection committee, and the Mr. and Miss UAB selection committee. Most recently, she led the membership task force that looked intently at whether or not a membership dues model for the National Alumni Society was a sustainable format. On top of committee and task force assignments, Tammy has opened her home to host annual freshman send-offs in Huntsville. It is our honor to present this special award, the Volunteer of the Year Award, to Tammy Thomas. You have made an incredible impact on the National Alumni Society and the university.
Hi, I'm Tammy Thomas, live from Huntsville, Alabama. Well, not really live, but sort of kinda. I'm here on top of the Ledges Mountain. We are doing our awards show virtually this year, and I get to record myself. Yay! Although I'm supposed to prepare a 30-minute lecture, I've decided to keep it short, probably 3. But nonetheless, I'm really so excited and happy to be the recipient of this award and to join the previous recipients, Wes Calhoun, Wes Smith, and Nancy, and Raymond Thompson. Just I feel lucky to be considered a part of that wonderful group of people. My relationship with UAB started in 1980. I was a little runner from Grissom High School up here in North Alabama, and was recruited to come down to UAB and run. And while I had a couple of other colleges I was looking at, when I came down to UAB, the people I talked to and just the community itself was just so intriguing, and so it just made me want to come there, and so I did. So for the next 4 years, I hung out in Birmingham, Alabama, went to basketball games, and wished we had a football team, and got involved with a lot of different organizations, and was in a sorority, and all good. And I graduated in 1984 with a double major in computer science and mathematics. And from there I went and worked in the software world, doing a variety of different disciplines within the software arena, and retired in 2015. And while I was doing some volunteer work at the time, primarily with a local middle school here, helping to coach a track team, which we won a city championship. Woohoo! I also did some volunteer work for UAB, but it wasn't until after I retired that I joined the National Alumni Society Board of Directors. I currently serve as Vice President, and I'm very, very, very excited to be the upcoming President-elect for the NAS Board in 2021. My relationship with UAB is deep. I bleed the green and gold. I love the sports. I love to support the student athletes. I am a big believer in giving back, paying it forward. I was fortunate enough to be afforded a scholarship, and I wish that upon all new students and students who are returning, that they have the opportunity to have a scholarship, because it certainly helps. I can't let this video end without paying a little tribute to one of my favorite Blazers, Coach Bartow, and his family. But he was the AD when I was at UAB for my tenure, and he was instrumental in keeping me there and keeping us as student athletes focused and grounded. And I cannot say enough good things about Coach Bartow and his family. The loss of the football team was very painful, and because of that, and because I saw the power of social media, I thought, well, I got to go back to school and figure what this is about. So in 2015, I returned to school and was awarded a certificate in social media in 2016. And then I thought, well, this is so much fun, I'll just continue. And plus, there's a lot of other people that I was volunteering with who had numerous degrees. And I felt like, well, I might as well jump on that bandwagon. And I ended up getting a master's in MIS in 2018 from the Klatt School of Business. I am also serving on the College of Arts and Sciences board with a lot of really cool people, and have enjoyed every minute of it. So again, I thank you very much for the recognition of the award. I'm sorry we can't all be together eating and fellowshipping and talking about the UAB Blazers, but I really hope to see you at the next event. If we can ever get together again, it will be the greatest day ever. So I'd like to end this with the big, big, big Go Blazers, and we'll see you soon at the next game. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy, and Go Blazers to you. What an amount of energy Tammy has, and her tireless commitment to UAB. If any of you have had an opportunity to meet her or spend some time with her, it is infectious. So please join me in congratulating all of the outstanding honorees today for their dedication and contributions to UAB. I also would like to take a moment to thank the board, and having had an opportunity to serve alongside a great team of board members this past year, and witness each and every one of them and their dedication to UAB and the National Alumni Society mission. So thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce Ryan Robinette. He is the incoming UAB National Alumni Society president. It is an honor to have had an opportunity to pass the gavel to Ryan as this new year begins October 1st. I have tremendous confidence in Ryan and that you and the board in 2020 and 2021 will continue to guide the National Alumni Society as we make our way through our membership change and this global pandemic and implement the rest of our strategic plan. Ryan, thank you.
So thank you, Hafiz. On behalf of the current board, thank you for your dedication to UAB and the NAS. Your leadership on this board has been greatly appreciated. I would like to commemorate Hafiz's term as president with a crystal gavel. Here you go, Hafiz, virtually hand it to you. I'll get it Lysol'd before I get it to you in person. So his year may be ending, but his contribution and generosity to UAB and the society will not end. In fact, I would like to announce that to honor his time as the NAS president, Hafiz has significantly increased his basis of his endowment to scholarship in his name in the Department of Accounting in the Collapse School of Business. This endowment was established in 2005. However, his additional gift will allow more students the support they need. As several past presidents have done before you, your gift will be a lasting legacy of commemorating your time as president in service to the board. Thank you again. Today, we have the opportunity to hear from the many great accomplishments of our outstanding alumni. They embody the spirit of the university and are just some of the few reasons you should be proud of this institution. I am humbled to be able to represent UAB's remarkable alumni throughout the coming year. As our campus and the NAS continue to evolve and grow, I look forward to what the future has in store. Again, congratulations to this year's UAB Alumni Award recipients. And thank you for allowing us the opportunity to celebrate your accomplishments today. As we close, be sure to join us for the upcoming events. Next Thursday, October 1st, take part in Painting with the Provost as part of this year's homecoming festivities. Our provost, Dr. Pamela Benoit, will take us on an artistic journey as she shows us how to paint Blaze. Then on Tuesday, October 6th, help celebrate the academic achievements of this year's National Alumni Society scholarship recipients. Join us Sunday, November 8th for a virtual Uncork education, an evening of jazz with Eric Essex from the Alice Stevens Community Center. You can register for all events at alumni.uab.edu/events. Also, be sure to listen to the UAB Green and Told podcast as we share stories from members of the UAB community. New episodes debut every other week. The latest is Jason Aaron, a 2000 College of Arts and Science graduate and current comic book writer at Marvel. Finally, follow the National Alumni Society on social media. We can be found at UAB Alumni on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. On LinkedIn, search UAB Alumni Community. And on behalf of the UAB National Alumni Society, its board of directors, and Young Alumni Council, thank you for spending some time with us today. We look forward to being able to see you again in the future, hopefully in a setting in person, in close proximity with each other. Thank you again.